It's been a little while since I've last streamed this game. I have, however, been progressing on the account, mostly whilst playing other games and while doing other stuff. I've been doing a little bit of melee training. So I now have got 75 attack, 75 strength, and then 75 defense too. Honestly, not bad. Honestly, pretty pleased with that. The account is coming along really nicely. Now, I've been doing a bit of Slayer. So as you may have noticed, compared to last time, I now have level 46 Slayer. And the general idea... Let me actually switch to another world. This one seems to be a little bit laggy. I'm still trying to get a fire cape, but I got a little bit distracted. Just a little bit. Let me try and maybe draw out my general plan, okay? So I got my levels up, right? I want to get a fire cape. How do I do this? Fire cape. I want to get a fire cape, right? So I need to get like a high range level. Range needs to be very big, right? But since I'm playing an Ultimate Ironman, I also need to get some gear. And there are two ways in which I can get like Black Dragon Hide, which you need for 70 range, which I already got. There's a couple ways. Either you can craft it, which takes a lot of time, or I can get clues, hard clues. Hard clues can give me a whole bunch of rewards, but the problem with hard clues is that they are also pretty hard. I have tried to do, therefore, a little bit of Slayer, which I figured would be good. I had like a few Hellhound tasks, and they gave me a bunch of clues, but I could not complete any of them because I had to go to the wilderness every time, which I can't really reliably do. So I've started doing some Slayer instead, and then I ended up getting just now a Blue Dragon task in the Taverley dungeon. Now, in order to get that, the Blue Dragons, right, it would be really beneficial to get 70 agility, which I ended up getting because then I can use the Taverley agility shortcut. And then I figured if I'm gonna be getting that, I should also get the Ectofungus fast travel thingamajig, the file, so I can actually get the bones sacrificed at the altar. So today we're gonna be doing the Ghost Ahoy quest, which will give me access to that thing. Yeah, so long story short, honestly, I am horribly distracted and I'm going down a road that really isn't necessary at all. I could turn this around and go back to the original goal, and I will one day. I will one day, but I am just letting the distractions take me as they come, okay? That's effectively what we're doing. Now, I already spent a little bit of time getting all the requirements for the Ghost Ahoy quest. I did so off stream. So I got my Ecto tokens, I have the bucket of slime, I even have the nettle tea, I made 2 of them. So I figured it would be nice to just jump straight into it. This is a weird quest. I've never read it before, but I remember there's like this moment where you like dress up as a ghost. I'm not even really sure why. Yes, so to go from A to B, I need to go from C, D, E, F, G, and then eventually we get to B. That's effectively what the game is all about. Honestly, that's how RuneScape works. It's pretty stupid, but it's also literally Distraction, the video game. So, I'll take the charter ship to Port Phasmatis, and as per usual, I'll be reading through the whole quest. Wait, Blessed Bone Shards are actually just better these days than Ectovial? Or Ectofungus, or whatever it's called? It's like 410% instead of 400%? Oh. Okay, I'm still gonna do the Ghost Ahoy quest, because I have already got all the stuff prepared. And this took me... I'm not kidding, this took me about an hour. This took me about an hour to get, so I'm gonna freaking do this quest right now, because I'm gonna need to do it anyways. Plus, I have been curious about what the quest is about anyways. Because it's weird. Like, I remember you dress up as a ghost and you have to do some, like, politicking, I think? But I'm not exactly sure why. Okay, so this is the quest start. Take pity on me, please. Eternity stretches out before me and I'm helpless in its grasp. So I'm wearing a ghost speak amulet so I can talk to the ghosts. What happened? What's the matter? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wailing out loud. I didn't mean to scare you. No, that's okay. It takes more than a ghost to scare me. What is wrong? Do you know the history of our town? Could you tell me? Do you know why ghosts exist? A ghost is a soul left in limbo, unable to pass over to the next world. They might have something left to do in this world that torments them, or they might just have died in a state of confusion. Okay, that's normally the case, but here in Port Phasmatis, we of this town once chose freely to become ghosts. Why on earth would you do that? It's a long story. Many years ago, this was a thriving port, a trading center to the eastern land of Gillinor. We became rich on the profits made from the traders that came across the eastern seas. We were very happy until Lord Drakan noticed us. Okay, so Lord Drakan is the guy that we came across in one of the previous quests. I think he's like the vampire lord. He sent unholy creatures to demand that the blood tithe be paid to the Lord Vampire, as is required from all of the domain. We had no choice but to agree to his demands. As the years went by, our numbers dwindled, and many spoke of abandoning the town for safer lands. Then Necrovarus came to us. He came from the eastern land, but of more than that, little is known. Some say he was once a mage. Some say he was a priest. Either way, he was in possession of knowledge totally unknown to even the most learned among us. Necrovarus told us that he had been brought by a vision, that he had had an underground source of power. He inspired us to delve beneath the town, promising us the powers to repel the vampires. Deep underneath Phasmatis, we found a pool of green slime that Necrovarus called the ectoplasm. He showed us how to build the ectofuntus, which would turn the ectoplasm into the power he had promised us. Indeed, the ectopower did repel the vampires. They would not enter Phasmatis once the ectofundus or funtus began working, but little did we know that we had exchanged one evil for another. Ectopower. Okay. Yeah, a guy called Necrovarus is probably not going to be a good guy. Little by little, we began to lose any desire for food or water, and our desire for the ectopower grew until it dominated our thoughts entirely. Our bodies shriveled, and one by one we died. The ectofuntus and the power it emanates keeps us here as ghosts. Some, like myself, content to remain in this world, some becoming tortured souls, who we do not allow to pass our gates. We would be able to pass on to the next world, but Necrovarus has used his power to create a psychic barrier preventing us. We must remain here forever, until the very end of the world. Alright, that is a sad story, dude. So, I will help you guys. Tell me what you want me to do. Necrovarus will not listen to those of us who are already dead. He might rethink his position if someone with a mortal soul pleaded our case. If he declines, there may yet be another way. Okay. So wait, Necrovarus is actually just the guy right outside? Yeah, we should have read the terms and conditions, I guess. Although, to be fair, previously they had a bunch of vampires going around here, and the vampires were feeding on them. So, you know. Hey, Necrovarus! I must speak with you on behalf of Valorina. You dare speak that name in this place? She wants to pass. Silence, or I will incinerate the flesh from your bones. But she... Get out of my sight, or I promise that you will regret your insolence for the rest of eternity. Alright, that went really well, guys. We're doing a good job so far. I will go talk to her once more, I guess. We're right there. So, he will not let you go. I feared as much. I didn't really try that hard, I just asked. His spirit is a thing of fire and wrath. You spoke of another way? It is only a small chance. During the building of the Ectofuntus, one of the Necrovarus' disciples spoke out against him. It is such a long time ago, I cannot remember her name, although I knew her as a friend. She fled before the Ectofuntus took control over us, but being a disciple of Necrovarus, she would have been privy to many of his darkest secrets. She may know of a way to aid us. Okay. So, do you know where she can be found? I have a vision of a small wooden shack. The land it was built on the unholy soil of Mauritania. I sense the sea is very close, and that there looms a castle to the west and to the east. Alright, so lucky for us, she's right over here. So there's a castle over here, castle over there. It's not actually that far of a run, so... I will just slowly make my way to her friend, I guess. I don't know how long it's been, though. My god. Dude, some of the usernames in this game are so good. I'm here to talk about Necrovarus. Were you once a disciple of Necrovarus in the Temple of Phasmatis, old woman? Calling somebody old woman is kind of mean. Anyway, she says, I don't remember. I'm so old and my memory goes back only so far. Is there anything that I can do to help you refresh your memory? I would like a nice hot cup of nettle tea. I have some tea for you right here, dude. Yes, but it's not in my special cup. I only ever drink from my special cup. Okay, can I have your special cup? Oh, that was easy. Oh. I apparently also need to add a bucket of milk. How do I know this? Because magic. There we go. I got you your perfect stuff. Yes. Yeah. Here's a lovely cup of milky tea for you in your own special cup. As the old woman drinks the cup of milky tea, enlightenment glows from within her eyes. Dude, I emptied an entire bucket of milk. Ah, that's better. Now, let me see. Yes. Or, yes, I was once a disciple of I'm not gonna do voices. Necrovarus. I have come from Valerina. She needs your help. Valerina? That name sounds familiar. Valerina was once a very good friend. It's been many years since we spoke. How is she? She's a ghost. They're all dead then. Even Valerina. I should have done something to stop what was happening instead of running away. She and many others want to pass on to the next world, but Necrovarus will not let them. Do you know of any way to help them? There might be one way. Do you have such a thing as a ghost speak amulet? I do. Yeah, I'm wearing it. Well, that's a stroke of luck. There's an enchantment that I can perform on such an amulet that will give it power over ghosts. It will work only once, but it will enable you to command Necrovarus to let the ghosts pass on. Okay, so what do I need to do to perform that? He has a magical rope for which he must have no more use. Only those ropes hold the power needed to perform the enchantment. All his rituals came from a book written by an ancient sorcerer from the East called Harry Canto. Bring me this strange book. I cannot read the strange letters of the Eastern lands. I will need something to help me translate it. Okay, is there anything I can do for you? I have lived here on my own for many years, but not always. When I left Port Phasmatis, I took my son with me, who grew up to be a fine boy, always in love with the sea. He was 12 years old when he ran away with some pirates to be a cabin boy. I never saw him again. That is the second saddest story I've heard today. If you ever see him, please give him this and tell him that his mother still loves him. The old woman gives you a toy boat. Okay. He made it himself. It's a model of the very ship in which he sailed away. The paint has peeled off and it has lost its flag, but I could never throw it away. If I find him, I will pass it on. Well, there is a boat right over here. It's right over here somewhere, I think. That we have seen. Like, we ran by it previously. So, can I repair it? Yeah, you replaced the toy boat's missing flag. So, I added some of the silk to make it a little bit better. If I'm not mistaken, it was this way. Yeah. We're not really in the right region, but you know what? Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba, ba-da-da-da-da-ba-ba. Look, there it is. So that old lady has been living in that house for like the last 100 years or whatever, and she'd never really bothered to check right next door. Oh, geez, what the hell? Okay. Okay, that was just a... okay, don't worry about it. That was just a giant lobster hiding in the chest. You find a piece of a map inside of the chest. Ah, okay. Quest helper is very overpowered, man. A lot of these quests are super convoluted. You can see a tattered flag blowing in the wind. The wind is blowing too hard to make out any details. So I basically have to create the perfect toy boat, right? So you can see a tattered flag blowing in the wind. The bottom half of the flag is purple. Okay, bottom. Purple. So there is a new dye salesman in the new region they just added. I came across this recently. Where is it? I randomly stumbled upon it in Varlamore, I think. There was like a new dye salesperson that makes life way easier. Is it over here? Yes, right over here. So I'm gonna make my way to... It's not too far, actually. It doesn't take too long. I'm gonna make my way over there, because I can just get the dye. So I need to get a purple dye for the bottom. The skull needs to be red, and then the top needs to be orange. This is where I've been killing the gemstone crab. It's actually kind of nice. What do you sell again? Do you sell law runes as well? No. This one sells other things. So this dye salesman. Or saleswoman. So yeah, look at that. That saves me so much time. Okay, so we need purple. Purple needs to be the bottom, yes. What? No, that's bait. That's bait. That's bait. Bottom needs to be purple. Dude, look at this. The quest helper's trying to bait me, man. That's crazy. I've been paying attention. The skull needs to be red. What is this? And then the top needs to be orange. I think it's right. The top of the flag is orange. The skull is red. The bottom is purple. Yeah, that's good. That is correct. Okay, now I need to go all the way back. You're confused why this is old school RuneScape? So basically what they did, right, is they had this game called RuneScape, and they kept on updating it for years to come. And at some point, they made some very significant changes to the game to the point where a lot of people were like, yo, this is not the game I started playing. I'm gonna quit. So loads of people quit playing the game. Then they decided that they were going to release the 2007 version of the game alongside the live version of the game. Kind of like vanilla World of Warcraft. And then, because that section of the game turned out to be quite popular, they decided to do a couple of like small changes to it, a few refinements and stuff. And that turned out to be very popular too, to the point where they effectively added an entire development team just for old school RuneScape, which is now significantly more popular than the actual RuneScape. Now, the game is very far apart from the 2007 edition of the game because they've added so much. So at this point, RuneScape 3 and RuneScape Old School kind of like live in separate versions of the world, I guess. Like it's all, there's obviously overlap, but it's kind of an interesting story. But this game is actually currently peaking. Like just a few days ago, they once more hit an all-time peak of like player base. So like the most amount of concurrent players, which is kind of crazy considering this game is from 2001. But yeah, this game is currently peaking. Anyways, is this your toy boat? The old man inspects the toy boat. My word, so it is. I never thought I would see it again. Where'd you get it from? Your mother gave it to me. My mother? She's still alive? Yes, she lives in the shack to the west of here. After all these years. So can I have the key to the chest? Hang on, let me ask the captain. The old man cocks an ear towards the skeleton of the private captain. Or the pirate captain, rather. Wait. That guy? Alright. The captain says yes. Thanks, bro. We should probably call your mom every once in a while, guys. Okay, I got another piece of the map. Good. So I need to get the map. Then I need to get the manual for the translation thingamajig. And then I need to find the ropes. So we have a little bit of work to do. This should be easy. Call who? Well, not my mom. Maybe call your own mom? Don't call my mom. That'd be really weird. Don't call my mom. You don't have enough energy left to make the jump? Are you kidding me, game? You're just gonna make me... Okay, there we go. Did I do the thing? You find a piece of the map inside the chest. Okay, nice. Let me use all of these parts together. So that is one of the parts done. Dragon Tooth Island. 6 south, 8 east, 2 north, 4 east, 22 south. Okay. So we would go... I don't know. Probably somewhere down over here, huh? So I'm supposed to take the boat to Dragon Tooth Island, which is right over here. So we're going down to the docks. And I will talk to the ghost captain. Can you take me? Will you sail to visit Dragontooth? It is the most pleasant island in the sea between Mauritania and the lands to the east. It'll cost you 25 Ecto tokens? Okay, let's go. I guess. After a long boat trip, you arrive at Dragontooth Island. Oh, interesting. So wait, he's talking about the lands to the east. There's not a whole lot to the east. What's this? What is this? No idea. Huh. Mushroom forest? Yeah, so we're supposed to follow along with the treasure map. Spoiler alert, I need to dig right over there. How do I know this, man? It's insane. Should be right over here. You unearth the book of Harry Kanto. Okay. It's nice to see a human face around here, so there's a guy walking around on the docks. My name is Akharanu. I'm a trader, and I came from many far, across sea in east. You come from the land to the east? Do you have anything that can help me translate a book that is scribed in your language? Akharanu may help you. A translation manual I have, much good for reading Eastern language. How much do you want for it? Akharanu, not want money for this book, as is such small thing, but there may be something you could do for me. I am big admirer of Robin, Master Bowman. He's staying in the village inn. What would you like me to do? Please get Master Bowman sign an oak longbow for me, so Akharanu can show family and friends when returning home and becoming much admired. Then I give you book in exchange. Alright, wait here, bro. I'll go say hello to Robin. It's a bit weird. They're talking about the lands to the east, but there's nothing to the east here. Sounds like a future expansion. Although, I think... Let me see. When did this quest come out? 2005! 2005! Well, maybe one day. Hello! Would you like to sign this oak longbow? I'm sorry, I don't sign autographs. Dude, nothing's ever easy, huh? Freaking Robin Hood over here. Would you, or while you're here though, why don't you have a game of rune draw with me? I've got, or if you've got 25 gold pieces, I've got a bag of runes that we can use. Oh, I'm supposed to gamble. Of course, this wouldn't be a RuneScape quest without either getting somebody drunk or gambling our way to success. Okay. Is this like, oh, okay. You've lost the game because I drew a death rune, or did I go over? I guess this is like blackjack. So we basically have to keep gambling with him until... Oh, I win. Sick. I'm so good at this. Until he's broke, I think. How about another game? I'll pay you back with the winnings. What if you lose again? We'll deal with that when it comes to it. Okay. Draw a death one, dude. Draw a death rune. No. Be a bro. Oh, jeez. I have to... Oh, okay. This is gonna take a while. How about another game we can settle up after we finish playing? Okay, this guy just wants to keep gambling. Gambling is bad, kids. Although I've heard 99% of gamblers quit right before hitting big. But I don't know if that's true. Probably not. No, hold up. Yo, can you draw a death rune again? I keep dying, man. I'm holding. I'm assuming I can't go over 21. Yeah, okay, we win. You owe me 50 coins! What if you lose again? We'll deal with that when it comes. Wait, how many times do I have to win? I'm actually kind of owning him, dude. Oh. That was pathetic, Robin. You suck at drawing runes. You owe me 75 coins. How about another game? What? No. I just need you to sign this bow. Come on. Come on, Robin. Oh! Robin, you are terrible. I've had enough. You owe me 100 gold coins. I'm going to tell the ghosts what you're doing. Please don't do that. They will suck the life from my bones. How about signing my longbow? Hey? How about you? Yes, any... Oh, wait, no. He signs my longbow. All right, good. I'll go give it back to the guy from the east. No, we were just... It's just an actual, like, a willow longbow. Yeah, I got it. He was more than happy to oblige. Here you are. Akaranu gives you a translation manual in return for the signed longbow. May honor be bestowed upon you and your family. This guy is such a stereotype. Very nice, dude. You can't really see it, but his hair is being held up by chopsticks. It's just, it didn't quite render in the game. All right. So we have the translation manual, we've got the book, we've got the map. Now all we need to go and get is the ropes. Hello there. Greetings, traveler. Welcome to the Green Ghost. What can I do for you? Do you have any jobs I can do? Actually, I do. We have a very famous master bowman named Robin staying with us. Could you what? I need to clean his bed linen? I'd be delighted. Be careful with Robin, though. He's a bit too full of himself. Wait, what? I've been brought to bring your bed sheets. It's about time. Run along. I need some Robin time. You need what? You need some Robin time? Okay, so wait. I actually have to restart this step. He's a bit full of himself. So... I am supposed to use a bucket of slime on the bed sheets. Wait, I can wear the... Oh, I look good. I look really good, actually. Dang. I look kind of hot. So, what I need to do is look like one of the ghosts here. So I need to color it green. Yeah. Excellent. Nobody's gonna suspect a thing. Will you join me and protest against the evil desires of Necrovirus and his disciples? Well, after hearing Valerina's story, I'm happy to help. Of course. Of course I do. Excellent, excellent. Here, take this petition form and try to get 10 signatures from the townfolk. Okay, so I have to just go and talk to everybody around town. Would you please sign this petition form? It'll cost you? How much? It'll cost you 1 Ecto token? Alright, sure. That's okay. You have obtained 1 signature. Sick. I need 10. Could you sign this petition? My answer is no. Wait. You like the Ectofuntus? You like the guy? Is this like doing blackface for ghosts? Look, don't hold me responsible for my actions, okay? It's 2025. Would you sign this petition form, please? Get lost? Okay, this is going really well. This is the same guy I already talked to. I'm very bad at this. I don't have time for this nonsense. Yo, nobody wants to do this stuff. I'll do anything that annoys him. Okay, good, good, good. 2 signatures. 2 signatures. This game is so goofy, man. It'll cost you? How much? 2 Ecto tokens. All right, dude. Man, I'm getting ripped off. But if you are failing as a politician, don't give up. Buy votes instead. It's a great bit of advice. Oh, there's another guy right over there by the by the forge. I guess I'll just have to go around town and get everybody's help. Come on. Would you sign this, please? Of course. Dude, this guy just signed whatever I put in front of his face. This game is so weird. Hold up. I actually need to take a screenshot for the thumbnail. I need to get a screenshot for the YouTube thumbnail. So stupid. Maybe I'll have a better shot somewhere. Actually, I would like to take the screenshot, I think, right next to the guy that held up the sign. But I'll have this one as a backup. In case I forget. Will you sign this petition for me? Yes, of course. All right. By the way, is Robin ever gonna get his bed sheets? Like, is Robin... who cares? Did you sign this? Yes, it's about time some... Okay, good. Making progress. Wait, didn't I already talk to this guy? How much? It'll cost you an Ecto token? Wait, I'm getting the same people to vote multiple times. Wait! We're buying votes. We're getting the same people to vote multiple times. By the way, why are we not getting Valerina to vote? Ah, nice. I have all 10 of them now. I'm rigging the elections. Does that mean I'm a bad person? No, of course not. That would be crazy. Is this a good shot for a screen? No, hold up. I'm going to stand right next to this guy. Here we go. This is it. No. Look forward. Look forward. Look this way. Stop looking at me. Oh, hold up. Maybe. Okay. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, so I've got all the things, right? So now all I need to do is bring the petition to Necrovirus. We have 10 votes. So, I mean, you can't pass the barrier while wearing the bedsheet. All right, fine. I'll switch out of it. All I need to do is talk to him. Necrovirus, I am presenting you with a petition that has been signed by 10 citizens. A petition, you say? Continue, mortal. It says that the citizens of Fort Mathematis should have the right to choose whether they pass over into the next world or not, and not have this decided by the powers that be on their behalf. I see. So will you let them pass? Oh, yes. Really? No! Get out of my sight before I burn every ounce of flesh from your bones. The petition form burned or turns to ashes in your hands. In his rage, Necrovirus drops a key on the floor. Ooh, a bone key. Okay, I guess I can drop the bucket. There we go. Supposedly, I can use this key to open a room upstairs. No, it's a bone key, not a, no. There we go. Is this his coffin? Wait a second. He's got a comfy coffin and everybody else is just walking around? The coffin creaks open. You take the ropes of Necrovirus from the remains of his mortal body. Okay. So we have the book, we have the manual, we have the ropes. We gotta go back to the old lady. I swear last time you were hanging out with monkeys and now it's a political drama? To be fair, the Monkey Quest was also a political drama, just of a different flavor. All right, here we are. I have something for you. Good, the ropes, the book, a translation manual. Wonderful, that's everything I need. I will now perform the ritual of enchantment. What? The Ghost Speak amulet emits a green glow from the gem. She just danced. Is she like a TikTok superstar? All right. Anyways, apparently now the Ghost Speak amulet has the power to command a ghost this one time. She looks kind of pregnant. I think she's just old, dude. I think she's just old and kind of thick. Necrovirus, I have returned. You dare to face me again? You must be truly insane. No, Necrovirus, I am not insane. With this enchanted amulet of Ghost Speak, I have the power to command you to do my will. Wait, what? I can do a chicken impression, tell a joke? Or I can let any ghost who so wishes pass on to the next world. I'm a little afraid if I pick option 2 or 3, I'm gonna have to redo basically the whole quest. Which I would like to not do. Let any ghost who so wishes pass on into the next world. A beam of intense green light radiates out from the amulet of Ghost Speak, enveloping Necrovirus in its power. His eyes become softer and appear to stare rather into nothingness. I will let... Carry on. Any... Yes. Ghost who so wishes... I think we're almost there. Pass into the next world. Gamers. Gamers, we have done it. I can go ahead and talk to Valerina right now and give her the good news. She may now die if she wants to. You don't need to tell me, Loco. I sense the removal of Necrovirus's psychic barrier. Happy to help out. Here, take this as a gift for your service that you have given us. She gives you a vial of bright green ectoplasm. Dude, that's what I wanted. This is an ectovial. If you ever want to come back to Port Phasmatis, empty this on the floor beneath your feet, and you will be instantly teleported to the temple. Very nice. Remember that once the ectovial has been used, you need to refill it. Huge win for the account. Ooh, got a prayer level from that as well. Very good. Okay, so this is why we're trying to do this whole thing. Look, I can now quickly teleport back right over here. So this is a location where you can do prayer training too. Basically, you can sacrifice the bones to the altar. And because of like the quest, or sorry, the Slayer assignment that I currently have, I now have 70 agility to take the shortcut in the Terverly dungeon. I can show you guys real quick. I can now take the shortcut. So I can teleport over to Falador. Climb over this little wall. Do have to make sure I have my Dragonfire shield equipped. Climb over the wall over here. Then down the ladder a little bit over here into the Terverly dungeon. And then normally, in order to make your way to the blue dragons, you have to run pretty far all the way around. You have to have this like key on your inventory, which is super annoying too, because Ultimate Iron Man, I can't really carry all that stuff. So I can go over here, and then I can go through this pipe. And this pipe leads me straight to the dragons. I can kill them, complete my Slayer task, get their bones, and then use the Ectovial to teleport all the way back. Hell yeah. Actual progress. Yeah, I believe the altar gives like 400% XP compared to normal burying of the bones, which really saves quite a bit of time. I can now go ahead and drop all of this, man. Even my beloved bedsheet. Feels bad. Also, I have the nettle tea. I will drink it. I guess I don't need any of this stuff, right? Do I even... No, I guess I'll drop those too. Yeah. All right. Also, the bone key. I don't need that. Oh, one more thing that I can go ahead and do is begin my player-owned house. Like right now, I have 3 things in my player-owned house. I've got a pussy, I've got a beaver, and I've got a pet rock. I can, however, make a costume room where I can store my graceful boots, which is more useful than, you know, these other things. I believe I need 4 oak planks. I looked this up earlier. So let me... Oh, I need an axe as well, actually. Okay, we'll go over here. Bobby! Bobby. Thank you, Bob. We'll go back to Varrock. And we'll go to the sawmill. Actually, I'll get 4 logs right over here. Am I gonna show my beaver on stream? Yeah, I'll show you my beaver and my pussy. Just give me a moment, okay? Mr. Sawman guy, can you please turn these logs into planks? Thank you. I would also like to buy a saw from you, and I'll get some nails. I think that'll be enough. All right, you guys ready? Let me show you my pets. There they are, man. There's my beaver. Can I talk to him? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Approximately 32,768, depending on his woodcutting level. What? I didn't even know you could talk to the beaver. All right. I also have a pet rock and a pet cat. It's a nice place, right? Anyways, I'm thinking, though, that it might be time to make this place slightly more useful. So we'll turn on build mode. I have a home security system. I'll turn on build mode, and then I'll add on a costume room. Which is the room of all rooms for an Ultimate Iron Man. Man, that's 50k? Okay. Yeah, we have our own little pocket dimension. This is our own player-owned house. So, I can store the Graceful set. I don't know in which one. I think it's the Magic Wardrobe. Yeah, I think that's the one. I hope. Yeah. So, is this the right thing? Oh, maybe I need a different one. Graceful? No, it should be the one. Where is it? So this is a place where I can store different outfits. Ah, here it is. The problem is that you can only take stuff out of this chest as an Ultimate Iron Man when you have the full set. So I'm going to be storing the Graceful Boots. Yeah, as an Ultimate Iron Man, you won't be able to withdraw this item until you've stored the complete set. Deposit it. So I can put it in, but I can't take it out. Good times. A little bit annoying, but at least I now have this thing stored here until I get all these other items, which isn't really gonna take too much time, but why do I need to take it, put it in here? So I don't have a bank. As an Ultimate Iron Man, you don't have access to a bank. It's a little bit annoying. What about these other things? What about the cape rack? Lowest level is level 54 construction. Toy box is level 50. Costume is 44. Treasure box? 48. Yeah, I'm level 43. Alright, honestly though, this is already kind of useful. I'll just have to slowly build up the rest of the house. Which is very expensive. But you know what? We made some good progress today, and I can just teleport whenever I want to. Straight to the Ectovial. Very nice. So I'm assuming if I drop the Ectovial and I lose it, Valerina can give me another one? Of course you can. You've helped us more than you... Okay, yeah. So I don't actually need to keep this in my inventory permanently. I can just drop this and then take the charter ship back to Port Phasmatis if I want to, or use the ferry ring or whatever. And then whenever I need it, I can come and pick it up. All right. Another nice item for the account. Very good.